statistical categories, but this would be huge if New England can try to get one back in this one. The Revolution coming off of a couple of disappointing performances for the side, a loss at Crown Legacy 2-1, also dropped a game against the Philadelphia Union 3-1 in their last outing. Meanwhile, NYCFC 2 coming off an impressive run in the U.S. Open Cup, alluded to it. They were the last Division III team left standing in that competition. Very impressive, goes to show just how competitive MLS Next Pro truly is. They also got a win in their last league game. It was a 4-2 decision against Chicago. This one about to get underway. Kickoff coming momentarily. There's the opening whistle. This one underway. New York City FC 2 in town to take on New England Revolution 2, looking to sweep their regional rivals on this MLS Next Pro season after taking the first matchup between these two sides back in April. Once again, appreciate you being here at Woolette Stadium. I'm Kylan Mills, happy to have you along for the call. Visitors in the white kits immediately getting the ball down into the attacking third, but a foul is going to be called. Free kick going out. NYCFC 2 coming in at 3-3-2 on the season. New England Revolution 3-5-1. Looking to turn the tides as they've been a little bit up and down during this last stretch. 2 wins over Inter Miami, 2 in Chicago, before dropping a pair of matches, as I mentioned, in May to Crown Legacy and Philadelphia. New England going to look to get the ball into their attacking third here. Connection not quite on, cleared the other way. NYCFC 2 getting the ball back up in their attack. Last time these two teams met was at Belson Stadium back in April. It was the Revs who actually opened the scoring in that one in just the 8th minute, but NYCFC 2 followed up minutes later. It was Jonathan Jimenez who scored a brace, and now on the attacking side is Calhera. Ball just kept in play out for the throw. Jonathan Jimenez, the 5'10" forward out of Norwalk, Connecticut, with an impressive performance the last time these two sides met, earned a brace, putting his team back in front in the first half. Maximo Carrizo and Jonathan Shore also got in on the action. New York, though, trying to come up with something here down in the corner. Good work there by Arroyo Ave. All out of play. It is going to be deemed a corner kick, so the first corner kick of the match will be an opportunity for New York City. Taylor Calhera and Arevalo, the 2 other goal scorers the first time these two sides met. Corner kick sent near post, headed high. Battle in the box, clearance blocked, second clearance blocked. Squibbles through, but will be no problems there. Big clearance though, going the other way. Monis. One back quickly by NYC. Ball swung out to the right flank. New England going to try to kick it around, draw this NYCFC defense out, because New York City has been very stout defensively, solid defensively to this point in the season. Giving up 12 goals is the 7th fewest out of 29 teams in the league. It's a good defensive performance, and you can see why they're dropping off a little bit more into a low block at this point. Ball here to Fry on the left flank. Fry tries to send in what looked like a cross, but just much too direct. Romero scoops it up. Romero now trying to play out the back, and that's exactly what this New York City team likes to do. They want to play on the ground. They're not afraid to play it out from their keeper, to work it around their back line, trying to draw the opposition up to open up space in behind. The thought process there. Now they're going to boot it around once again, and here you see New England in more of a middle block, Trying to step up, though, and find those moments where they can make New York uncomfortable. That's something that Coach Williams said is going to be important for this Rev side. A little bit of a tough challenge there. Whistle does blow. New York player goes to the ground. Ball out to the right flank, still knocking it around here, New York are. Here's where New England stepping a little bit higher, trying to get up the field. Nice ball down the flank. Vieira sends it across, but just not quite on line. Good idea, though, as Jimenez looked to run on. Jonathan Jimenez, the leading goal scorer for this New York City FC 2 side. Put in 3 so far this season, earning his 8th start of the season in this one. 23 years old, a little bit older in terms of the age groups of this league, though you do see quite a bit of variance. Young players, academy players, up to players in their mid to late 20s even, trying to make it at the next level. This league just doing an excellent job of giving those opportunities. Jimenez now on the ball, nice pass, shot, and there it is! The opening goal scored by the visitors. New York City FC 2 takes a 1-0 lead. Looked initially like it might have been a shot, but the cross might have been the play. And look here, Jimenez just with a great piece of skill, draws 2 defenders, sees that opening, is able to split them with that pass in behind. And then Elias, what looked like maybe was a shot, was actually possibly a cross, but places that one into a dangerous area on the far side of the 6. Really well played and well worked there by New York City. It all started, though, with the smart play by Jimenez on the dribble, gets into the 18, draws 2 defenders. When he sees them coming in, closing down the space, he's able to just get that ball out, poke it in that space right between them. Finds Elias, who's able to swing in the cross, and the play finished off. One-0 lead, New York City looking to repeat the success they had last time they played this New England side. 6-2 the final in that one. Prestillo, the goal scorer, and that'll be his first goal of the season for New York City. 1 assist coming into this one. Earning his 7th start of the season as well. 22 years old, signed to a second-team contract before the 2024 campaign, coming out of Rutgers. Had a nice collegiate career. 21 games played, 17 starts back in 2022. Scored a game winner in the Big Ten tournament semifinals against 16th ranked Ohio State. And here in New York City, working the ball around, successful, able to get it out the other side. This New England team is trying to prevent exactly what you just saw. Coach Williams saying that they do not want to allow New York to get it into their 6s, into that defensive central midfielder who's just floating around there looking for those moments to switch fields. And here they do get it up into their midfield once again. Turning, Arroyave. Now it's out to the left flank. Elias trying to work there on the far side. But Coach Williams said the important thing is they want to try to prevent New York from building out the back and being able to switch the ball side to side and work it through that central midfield area, especially the defensive mids where they look to switch fields and really just control the pace and tempo of the game by determining where to go next. He said trying to prevent that, they're going to play a little bit more narrow and try to block that off. And here comes New England's high press. Can New York City evade the pressure? And they do. Really, really great composure there as Zansky received that ball in the middle, but just well worked amongst this New York City FC 2 back line. Now they get it up into their attacking third, forcing New England to drop off quite a bit. Try to get a little bit more compact to prevent them from breaking through. New New York City with 16 goals on the season coming into this one. Ball over the top, not on line. Weinstein has it. Maxwell Weinstein earning his 4th start of this 2024 campaign in net for New England. New York City, though, applying some pressure here, preventing the Revs from getting that ball out. Weinstein comes in with five goals against, 12 saves on the season. Right around 64% in terms of his passing completion percentage. Was signed to an MLS Next Pro contract back in 2023. New York back in possession. They'll see if they can test Weinstein once again. Trying to get the cross off. Ball towards the end line. Cross deflected on a play. Corner kick coming here for the visitors. Second corner of the match for New York City. Arroyave stepping over to take it. Corner sent in, near post, headed away. Second ball back to Arroyave. They'll send it all the way back. New York will look to switch fields. A little bit too strong there, trying to find Arroyave on that left flank. New England with an opportunity here to try to knock it around a little bit. Able to get it through that right flank. Counter attack coming here for the Revs. Off to pull it back. Working it now around this back line. Not able to connect though up there up top. Ball back to Romero, getting the start in net today for New York City. 3 goals against, 4 saves in his 1 match played for New York, the second team that is. 23 years old. Whistle blows as a foul takes place here. It's interesting the scoreline was so wide in terms of the 6-2 win last time these met for New York City FC, because statistically they aren't incredibly far apart. NYCFC 2 came into this one with 16 goals scored on the season. Meanwhile, New England with 15, both right around the middle of the pack in terms of the big picture of MLS Next Pro. However, for New England, the problem has been giving up goals. 21 conceded, among the most across the league. Conceding early, not the start Coach Williams' side was looking for, that's for sure. Do they have a response here as you see them working it around the back? A 3-1 decision to the Philadelphia Union, the loss this team is looking to bounce back from. Coach Williams said his main takeaways were that the first half was even. They just got caught in a counterattack because of Philadelphia's very direct style. Now here's a counter for New England. Clean tackle in the box, well defended by New York. Elias, the strong dribble take outside. Ball ends up going all the way back. Romero now with it at his feet. Arroyave, nice turn, but just not quite on line with the pass forward. New England with another opportunity in possession. Got caught in a counterattack. That's an area certainly of focus for New England in their loss to Philadelphia. But Union, too, do play a very direct style. Play into their 2 forwards. They don't really look to build through the midfield, just play very direct, skipping lines, and that can be difficult to handle as a defense. So they got caught in the counter, gave up a goal 1 minute into the second half, and then that really shifted the tides. Here come the Revs. Nice cross into the box, shot high. Marcos Diaz had a clean look, just got too much underneath it and lifted that ball. New England also tweaking their formation a little bit. Coach mentioned in that last match against Philadelphia, switching to a 5-back with 3 center backs, and they still got scored on in the opening moments of that second half. Interesting to see if they do any additional tweaking as the season goes on because of some of those defensive struggles I mentioned, giving up 21 goals. Throw-in coming on the far side. But in that case, he said it did not pay off. It was a little bit frustrating to see them go into that formation and then immediately concede. However, New England on the front foot. Diaz again crosses it in, headed away. Marcos Diaz, a player who's been really good for this New England side. Player to keep an eye on in their attack. 4 goals, 5 assists on the season. Tied for second in the league in assists overall. Here comes New York, though. New York coming off a strong offensive performance in that 4-2 win against Chicago. A couple of different goal scorers. Calhera opened the scoring for them in the 7th minute. Scoring early, definitely been a theme for this New York City team. Scored in the 8th minute last time these two teams met. Scored early in this one. Scored in the 7th minute against Chicago in their last league matchup. Mentioned it, they made quite the Open Cup run. Played New Mexico United in their last game. Unfortunately falling in the round of 16 despite being the last 3rd division team standing in that competition. Lamar Hunt US Open Cup opened up competition to MLS Next Pro teams for the first time this year, so really great and fun to see MLS Next Pro getting to be a part of the nationwide competition that features USL teams, MLS teams, now MLS Next Pro teams. The success of NYCFC just goes to show how competitive these second teams are. Got a lot of quality talent, a lot of first teamers who are young or maybe still developing, getting opportunities. New York earned a big win over Colorado Springs to advance to that round of 16. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. It was a 1-0 victory. It's a USL Championship side. Once again, to give you an idea of the quality of the teams in MLS Next Pro. 1-0 win over a USL Championship team to move on to the round of 16. Also won a $25,000 cash prize, which isn't too shabby. New England on the attack. Good sliding play. Ball still in the field. Big clearance up towards midfield. A little bit mishandled there. However, Sousa able to collect. Really big boost for this New England defense, one would think, although they have conceded early here, getting their 2 center backs back after both had to miss that Philadelphia match. Victor Sousa, 6-foot defender back there. You just saw on the ball, Ozone Park, New York native, 23 years old, so a little bit more experience, brings in some of that veteran leadership, dealing with concussion protocols in the last match. Was a key piece for the side back in 2023 as New England looks to get the ball upfield. Dispossessed though. Sousa, 27 matches started of 28 played back in 2023. 1 goal and 1 assist, really anchoring this defense. Also helps with consistency in the back line when you've got players returning, not learning a new system or still getting comfortable with the club. So he's a huge piece for this team as they made a great run. Last year, New England, really impressive. Finished 14, 6, and 8 in second place as a foul is called. Going to be a free kick coming here for New York, but New England struggling here early on in the season, but coming off a really impressive 2023 MLS Next Pro campaign, finishing 2nd in the regular season table. They fell in the conference finals to Columbus, which went on to the final match and ended up losing to Austin FC 2. Still New England just with an impressive last campaign. Sousa, a big piece of that, returns. Led the team last year in minutes with more than 2,700. 2-time All-ACC selection. And New England wins the ball high up the field. Diaz goes down, no whistle. Thought he might have taken a push there. New York City goes on the counter. A couple of nice passes connected on the other end. Trying to get the through ball. Denied, though, as Elias was making the run. Royave. Is it back? New England doing a good job there preventing that counterattack chance. Mentioned it, a big focus for this Rev side. They've given up a couple of counterattack goals. Well done there, as they were able to just get numbers behind the ball. You have to recover so quickly as soon as you lose it. New York was looking to immediately get forward. It was a well-read ball as he tried to send one through to Elias, who was running on. Whistle blows here. This match is brought to you by Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar, Gillette's ultimate shaving experience. Here at Willett Stadium, 21st minute, 1-0 the score. Visitors with the lead here on a beautiful afternoon in New Hampshire. Big ball played forward, read well by New York. Now they'll swing it around, knock it around as they like to do. There you see the pressure coming from New England. Can they turn them over? Got to try to prevent them from getting through, because now you're vulnerable. New York in transition. Ball does roll out of play, well stifled by the New England defense. Was just talking about the center back presence. Souza alongside Santiago Suarez. Much younger of the two, 18 years old, joined Revs 2 ahead of the 2023 season, though, as well, after becoming the 11th homegrown player signing in club history. Grew up playing with Sac Republic Youth Academy out in California, Sacramento area, Northern California. Still awaiting his first team debut, but obviously this club saw a lot in him to be signed to that homegrown contract, and he was also a big piece of this team's impressive 2023 campaign. 23 matches started, 25 played. So critical to have those two center backs with that comfortability, that chemistry. It's so important in the back line. As a foul is called right at midfield, New York will get the kick, possibly putting some pressure on this New England back line as they try to get it into the other half of the field. Really important, though, for center backs to have good communication, good chemistry. It's all about being able to pass off runners, read where each other's going, pressure cover, who's stepping, what areas of the field do they need to be in, who's dropping. It's really important that they're able to gel. So having your two center backs return from the 2023 season, really critical for this New England group. Doesn't really add up. They've conceded 21 goals on the season, just knowing they've got that spine of the team back. In net as well, Maxwell Weinstein in net was a part of the 2023 squad, starting in 6 matches. Wasn't the full-time starting goalkeeper, but did get quite a bit of time, trained with the team again, so you're getting that chemistry, the cohesion amongst the back line. Conceded 10 goals in those 6 matches he played, while making 24 saves. Joined the Revolution Academy back in 2020, was a part of their U19 MLS Next Cup championship winning team back in 2022. Really good competitive club play. And New York with a really good competitive goal. New England equalizes. Counterattack chance brings the score to 1-1. New England able to create off this little ball over the top. Played in by Maciel, just really cheeky, and then the finish right on line for Marco Diaz. His 5th goal of the season, just really well placed. He does a good job in terms of the timing. Waits for the goalkeeper to come off his line, then just chips it in. Beautiful piece of skill right there, but that was really set up by Maciel. Great vision. It looked like New England was going to play it on the ground, maybe look to swing it and find that opportunity to break through when they saw the opening, but instead he sees that little ball over the top. It was weighted so beautifully. Really well played by New England. 1-1 score here. Diaz with his 5th goal of the season. Already was top 20 in the league in goals. A large number of players were tied with 4, but he will climb up those rankings with his 5th. Diaz puts one away, the assist from Maciel in about the 23rd minute. Good resilience here from this New England team after giving up the opening goal. Another ball over the top. flag stays down. It's a rundown. Cleared by Romero. The flag does go up and whistle blows. New England, not necessarily a team that always goes direct, but finding the direct opportunity, or at least a little bit more direct opportunity, as Diaz kind of flicked a ball through, or received the flick ball through out of the air to score that goal. Now you see New England starting to step this press higher. Mentioned making this New York back line uncomfortable, a big piece for the Revolution. New York City now on the other end. A little bit of tugging there. No foul as Suarez is able to cleanly shield it out of play. Weinstein ready to take the kick here. Conceding 1 goal so far. Mentioned it, Weinstein making an incredible run with the U19 MLS Next Cup team in 2022. Evolved to play as New England, once again, trying to get it over the top. Borovich running it down. Couldn't quite get there in time, but certainly putting some pressure there on Romero. New England continuing to hold that line pretty high as here's a ball over the top going the other way. Weinstein collects. In the MLS Next Cup Championship run, started all 5 playoff matches. Was really good, earning a clean sheet en route to their first MLS Next national title. Was named the goalkeeper of the tournament for his efforts. So a young piece, teenager for this New England group, showing a lot of promise. Made his debut with Revs 2 back in July of 2022. So really, despite the fact that he's a teen, has quite a bit of experience playing at this level. A couple of challenges here right around midfield. New York City, the majority of possession, but here's an opening once again over the top. Goalie out, header cleared away. What a defensive play. Not quite on the goal line, but nearly a goal line clearance as Romero came off his line. New York City's defense being called into action. New England continuing to pressure here in the 28th minute. Alex Monis was able to draw Romero out on that last play. It was a tough angle though because he was outside of the post. Big ball sent in. Romero collects with no problems. Here's this ball over the top. New York City's defense just not dropping off in time. Monis is able to get there. Tough angle though as his first touch went outside the post. Tries to get the finish. Didn't put a lot of pace on it though, as maybe he was trying to send a cross and not quite clear because it was just a little chip ball that ended up being headed out. New York City able to keep New England out of the back of the net there, despite what looked like a really good chance. Balls over the top, working for this Revolution 2 group. New York City's defense has to make sure they're reading any of those balls over the top, dropping off in time to try to clear it. You never want to have to turn and chase the ball down, facing your own goal, going shoulder to shoulder with an attacker. It's so difficult to win those balls, to be able to clear out the side. It's just much easier. It's a safer play to drop off, keep the ball in front of you, and clear it out of the air. New York into the 18. Jimenez lays it off. High cross, or possibly a shot, goes over the end line for a goal kick. The possession battle starting to swing here as this half is worn on. It was New York City FC with more than 60% of the ball until about the last 10 minutes. New England starting to get a little bit more possession as it's felt like momentum has shifted since they have scored and right before they scored as well. But right about a 60-40 split in terms of New York having the ball at this point. In terms of shots, it's been New England though that's been able to create more chances. 4 shots to 2, including 2 to 1 on frame. 2 teams dead even in terms of final third entries, so that just indicates how much they're able to get the ball into their attacking third. Really interesting to see how the rest of this one plays out. Possession doesn't necessarily mean wins. It doesn't necessarily mean goals, but some teams' philosophy, like this New York City FC team, they believe moving the ball, being able to connect, get the defense shifting side to side, draw them out up the field, find the openings, work it through the pressure is the way to create the best chances in the attacking third. Foul called here on this near sideline. Tough foul, player on the ground. Barry having a little conversation here with Billiter, the head referee. And starting to be some words said and some chippiness here at Willett Stadium. Barry being called over. No card has been showed yet. He's being waved away from where there was a little confrontation. Look at the foul. There was some late contact, and then the step. He steps over the New York City FC 2 player. Contact with the cleat, though, as you're stepping over him. Definitely something that's going to get the opposition fired up, even if he didn't step down necessarily with his weight. No card delivered. Some words were said amongst both sides. Referee Billiter just separating everyone. Another tough challenge. No whistle there as Borovic goes to the ground. Borovic, rather. Some good passing here. Orayave working up the right side, collides with Barry, whistle blows, and it's going to be a free kick coming for New York. And that spot on the right flank is being marked. Here's the challenge. Looked pretty shoulder to shoulder, honestly. A little bit surprised to see the call. We just saw maybe it was the other angle or in front, someone was grabbing. You couldn't see it from this angle where we're looking at the players' backs. A big opportunity here on a set piece. Jacob Orayave sends it in, back of the 6, dangerous spot, punched away. Second ball, brought down by Elias. Instead of sending it back in, sends it back. Now he's got some space. Nice ball. Hard challenge, whistle blows. Penalty indicated. Penalty kick coming here for New York City FC 2. Wow. Watch the run. Max Hari goes down, takes some contact there on the far side of the box. Big opportunity here. Piero Elias stepping up to the plate for New York City. Opportunity to take the lead in the 33rd minute. Meanwhile, the teenager Maxwell Weinstein called into action between the pipes. Players being called back. They cannot be inside the 18 when the penalty is taken. Elias in search of his first goal of the season. Penalty kick coming here after a hard challenge in the box. Elias just rolls it through. The visitors take a 2-1 lead. Cheeky little move here by Piero Elias in his first goal of the season. Just does enough to send Weinstein the wrong direction, so he doesn't have to put a lot on it after he sees Weinstein dive. A little bit of a slow down then speed up in his approach towards the ball. Weinstein guesses right and opens up the entire other side of the goal for Elias to finish it off. And he just rolls it in with the right side of his foot. 2-1 scoreline now. New England, the home side, trailing by 1 after giving up the PK. First half of action continues. No shortage of goals in this one, just like the last time these two teams met. Already 3 here in the 35th minute. Elias getting on the board, his first goal of the season. The Queens, New York native coming in, earning the start in this one, his 5th start of the season, and making it count here so far. He's also been really good on the ball. New England with space though on the right flank. Crossing into the mix, headed away. Both teams battling for it. Maciel comes up with it. A couple of little short passes here. He's got some great skill. You can really see just his ability to work the ball, do with it what he likes. A couple of challenges there on the far side. Ball out of play. Hero Elias with his first goal of the season, another player returning for this New York side from 2023, and saw quite a bit of action last season. 21 matches started, 26 played, scored 4 goals, 1 assist. Previously had played for USL side Queensboro FC, where he had 6 goals, 4 assists in just 6 games played, so very productive with that group. Back in 2022, scored 2 goals, 4 assists as well. Player who's been a part of this New York group here for a minute. Oroyave with space, cuts back. Couple connections. New England stepping the line up here as New York plays it back. Some space here for New England to work. Numbers up. Ball goes through, flag up though. Unfortunate call for the Revs after a nice little build up there. Alex Monis offsides. Monis coming in with 3 goals, 2 assists on the season. Certainly a target up there for New England. Scored his first brace of the season in a 3-2 win against the Chicago side on May 4th. His former club, in fact, scored the first goal of the season as well in the 9th minute against Union 2 back on March 24th. Just ended up being a couple steps offside in that last play, but looking to get in behind, utilize his speed. United Healthcare is proud to help the New England Revolution defend the fort. New England looking for an equalizer here before the halftime break. Pulling it back there was Leal, another big piece of this Revs group, earning his 8th start, 10th match played of the season in this one. Shot fired, just wide. It looked good though. How about this? Barry plays the little short ball, and then Diaz just picks his head up, notices the goalkeeper off his line, and he struck it pretty well. Just couldn't quite square up his hips to keep it on frame. It looked good though, coming off the foot. Not a bad idea. Gonna be tough to beat a goalkeeper from that distance. You gotta strike it really well and place it really well because they have more time to read the shot. New England on the front foot again, another shot. This one takes a deflection. Whistle does blow, flag up. So that play comes to an unfortunate end for the Revs. Initial shot deflected, and then right there was Fry, ready to take it in on goal. However, offsides is called. Ball goes all the way back to Romero. Hasn't had to do a ton so far. Again, you're talking about a player with first-team experience. Got to give a lot of confidence to this New York group. 23 years old, made 24 career starts in MLS for LAFC and Toronto FC before coming to this club. Had 4 clean sheets, also has 17 caps representing El Salvador as the ball rolls to the other goalkeeper, Weinstein. This time to collect. Experienced goalkeeper on one end, teenage phenom who does have MLS Next Pro experience on the other end. Whistle blows. Trainer possibly being called out onto the field here. Trainer is called out. Jimenez looks like he's in some pain. Jonathan Jimenez, the leading goal scorer for this New York City FC side, possibly with a bloody nose, holding his nose right there. Not good news for New York, as they would love to see him return and hope that he's okay. Second leading scorer for this side, besides Jonathan Shore, who's not in the game. Had that brace the last time these two teams met in April. Both of those goals were just crosses that he was able to finish, but well-timed runs, is able to finish with good composure. Also scored in the 74th minute against Chicago in the team's last MLS Next Pro match. Was able to create a transition moment off a goal kick and really had a great finish on that goal. Jimenez also the second leading scorer for New York back in 2023. 8 goals, 5 assists behind Matthew Myers among the league leaders. As another cross, or rather a ball over the top, looked dangerous for New England. New York trying to work it out of this corner. Pressure coming from the Revs. Dangerous spot. Romero has to be good with his feet. That's a tough ball. Play up to Elias. He's at the edge of the 18 with his back the direction he wants to go, and defenders running on. New England wins it back. Opportunity here on the far side. Nice pass, cheeky move. Crossing in, Romero collects. Don't miss Carolina Corps' first ever home match on June 1st when they welcome Huntsville City to Truist Point. Our coverage begins live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, only on MLS Season Pass. That is coming up at 8 p.m. rather, not 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Shot on goal, blocked. Just sent over. New York back the other direction. Well played cross and a good one-touch shot there from Elias, because that's a tough one as it's coming across. Looked like it maybe took a slight bounce and to try to one-time it. Was able to get it on frame, force Weinstein to make a save and send it over. Corner kick chance now coming for New York. Crossing in, near post, headed away. Second ball to New York. Second cross swung in, back of the 6, good spot. Ball still loose. Scramble in the 18. Revolution still not quite able to clear. Some pressure here for Klein. Ball still not out of their defensive third. New York really trying to put on the pressure. Nice tackle. Vieira cutting middle, trying to lay it off. Collision, no whistle, ball out of play. New England avoids disaster here. They get a goal kick. A couple of those crosses looked pretty dangerous and the ball just wasn't quite cleared. Bounced around a little bit. Dangerous. In case someone gets on the end of that. New York City continuing to dominate possession, about 60-40, a little over 60% rather. here throughout this match, but it's still New England that has the edge in shots, 6-5, but it's New York City FC 2 with a 3-2 edge in shots on target. So you're looking at trying to create equality chances, and that's one thing that New York City has done a good job of all season long. Their shot percentage in terms of the amount of shots they take on frame, more than 43%, is 4th best in the league out of 29 teams. Foul here on the other end, big foul, player on the ground, yellow card issued. Samuel Owusu gets the yellow for New York City FC. So watch here, Owusu running down Monis. The contact, Monis goes down on the ground, looks like he's in some pain. Excessive contact results in a yellow. Owusu looking frustrated. Fourth official has indicated 4 minutes of stoppage time will be added on to the first half of action here between New England and New York.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 1 minute. 1 minute of stoppage time.
Rather, it looks like 4 minutes of stoppage time. Received a correction there. 1 minute of stoppage time, so not a lot of time here. New England with an opportunity with a set piece in their attacking third. Lots of numbers in the box. Suarez, 6'5", getting up into the mix. Crossing in, middle of the 18, headed away. Out of play, throw-in coming for New England. Best case scenario there for New York, mentioned it. Santiago Suarez, the center back, getting up into the mix. He's 6'5". Great target there up top if you're trying to knock one in out of the air. Got a couple other taller players in this team. 6-foot Patrick Leal, Luka Borovic. New York City able to get there first. High ball, hard to handle. New England working in the corner, Fry. 2 defenders on. Takes the deflection, out of play for a corner kick. Good piece of work there by the 5'9" forward, Malcolm Fry. Massachusetts native, brings in 1 goal, 1 assist on the season, earning his 5th start of the season in this one. First goal and assist of this 2024 campaign came against Carolina Core FC back on March 31st. He's made about 40 MLS Next Pro appearances with the Revs too since March of 2022. Corner kick coming here for New England. Cross sent near post, headed high. Out of play, another corner kick for the home side. They have the option here for the short corner, but it is marked. Maciel looks like he's waving his hands, maybe wanting 10 yards here. They will back up the defender a little bit. High arcing, crossing in, back post. Scramble in the box, New York clears, and the whistle blows. That'll do it. The first 45 officially in the books here at Woolette Stadium. The New England Revolution trailing the visitors, New York City FC, getting the lead on a penalty kick late in this first half. Appreciate you joining us for this MLS Next Pro Match Day 11 action. The score at the half, once again 2-1, New York City FC 2 with the lead. Coming up, Michelle visits the Coach's Corner. We come back after a short break.
Really sweet. Ahí está el centro. Gol. Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Huerta. Al frente. Servicio. It's saved by Carlos Coronel. Con autoridad. Centro. A la izquierda en las afueras del área. Le pega. Golazo. Parte externa, va a definir Chicho.
llama, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco, como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
Welcome back into Willett Stadium, the halftime break. Halftime score, New York City FC up 2-1 over New England Revolution. Michelle Montaigne had a chat with Philadelphia Union 2 manager Marlon LeBlanc to find out about their rise towards the top of the East table. They're right there with Chattanooga. Here is the latest Coach's Corner.
What's up, guys? We're coming to you from the city of brotherly love with one of the coaches that we love, Marlon LeBlanc, the head coach of Philadelphia Union 2. Coach, thank you for sitting down with us.
Great to see you, Michelle. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages, so it's great to catch up.
Which I'm sure you're grateful for. Coach, every year you guys find yourselves in the postseason. Early this season, you're once again at the top of the standings. In your mind, which is harder, getting to the top or staying there?
Yeah, it's a great question. I'd like to select all of the above if I can. It's a little bit of both, you know. Getting there and achieving what we've achieved so far with this young group has been absolutely, really just fantastic in every sense of the word. And for us to be able to repeat success over the first couple of years in MLS Next Pro and make the playoffs and to be where we are right now and doing what we're doing right now here in year 3 is exceptional. It really is truly a testament to the kids and the effort of the players and our young group and our staff that probably don't get as much credit as they deserve. And I think as the figurehead of this group, I probably get more than I deserve. But it's been a really great collective effort from everybody. And we take our lead from our first team. They've been the best team in MLS over the last 5 years or so. And we like to think that the organization, the model of what we have in place really leads to success across all of them.
As one of the few coaches who's been with the league since its inception in 2022, how have you seen it evolve over these last 3 seasons?
Yeah, it's exceptional, really, right? Just seeing the successes of the young players and coaches that have come through MLS Next Pro, and you're seeing some of the young guys that have come through and scoring Champions League goals. You're seeing guys scoring game winners in MLS. You're seeing coaches now leading first teams in Montreal. It's remarkable how this league has elevated players into the first division and coaches. Obviously, the league has grown quite a bit, and we know that on the surface. It's gone from 24 teams to 29 and continuing to grow. We've seen young players make it to the first team, coaches make their way through, but the level has gotten better too. The competition has been fantastic, and we've been one of the few teams that have been consistent across it, but you're seeing new teams get better really quick. I think this league's objective was to have this platform for young players and coaches to develop and to get better, and without a doubt, you're seeing that happen, and you're seeing it happen at a really high level in Next Pro. The competition, the preparation, the professionalism, even the broadcasting with Apple now has kind of elevated this league to a whole new status. So it's been impressive.
Yeah, you guys have been one of the kind of pillars of that exact succession. As you think about the pipeline, the established academy that you guys have, what do you feel like is really the root of the success in getting these guys up to the first team and having them have success once they get there?
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost is obviously the continuity. We have a playing style that's distinct. We have a style of play that is taught at the academy that goes to the second team and ultimately is driven by our first team. And it allows us to be able to have these players go up and down, back and forth, and really never miss a beat. But I also think the fact that, and it's really understated, is that all of our teams live in one place. We're all in Chester, Pennsylvania, right next to the stadium. So the academy, the second team, the first team all train at the same facility. We benefit from our school being here as well. And so we have this process and this methodology that kind of, it goes right through in and out of our club. And I think it puts us in a really unique advantage that we're all literally at the same place at the same time every single day, seeing each other. Jim's working with our 17s. I'm bringing some of the kids in, first team and younger players coming through. It really is an incredible environment to be able to be a young professional in.
What is the approach with these young guys who have such high expectations put upon them?
Yeah, it's a really holistic approach. You know, the high expectations are for literally every kid that comes into this academy, and I don't know if that's necessarily driven by us versus what we've built here over the last 10 plus 15 years. This academy has become a world-renowned name in player development, not just for our first team, but around the world, and players going off into Europe. And so each one of these young players, Kevin Sullivan, David Vasquez, CJ Olney, Andrew Rick, all of these young guys have these massive ambitions for themselves, which it's our job to support and to try and help them reach those lofty goals that they've set for themselves. Our role and our objective is to provide them a platform and an environment where they can achieve everything that they want to achieve as young players. And I think they all see themselves as the next Brendan Aronson or Paxton Aronson or Mark McKenzie, Austin Trusty, whoever it is that's come through this club that's gone on to great success. They all want that too. And we'll just continue to cultivate and foster an environment that allows them to be the best that they can possibly be. And I think we really do a really, really good job here in our academy and in our second team of providing that opportunity for them.
Yeah, being in a role where you get to have so much influence at the pivotal times in their development, what is maybe your favorite part about your current job?
Yeah, my favorite part is not qualifying for the playoffs or winning, a big game. My favorite part is getting to stand there with David Vasquez and hold his shirt with him and take a picture with him, and seeing the smile on his face that he's made it to the first team. And the same with Kevin and Andy Rick and all these guys who have come through. And like I said, the Aronsons before, Quinn Sullivan before his younger brother Kevin, and McGlynn and Harriel. That for me has been the most rewarding part of this whole experience, is being a part of their journey, and just being there to help them help them get to where they want to get to. And look, people will forget who last year's MLS Next Pro champion was, and they'll forget who this year's will be, and they'll forget me along the way. But for a brief moment in their journey, I get to be a part of it, and that in itself for me is the reward that is going to last much longer than any wins or losses will.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's forgetting you anytime soon, Coach, but thank you so much for all of the time today.
Thanks, Michelle. Great seeing you.
Dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, 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 mira, sacúdete.
Really sweet. Ahí está el centro. Gol. Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Huerta. Al frente. Servicio. It's saved by Carlos Coronel. Con autoridad. Centro. A la izquierda en las afueras del área. Le pega. Golazo. Parte externa va a definir Chicho.
All right, MLS store. I need something fresh and clean. Let's see what you got. I need that in my size. So I like this. Cream on cream. The fit is cold. I'm ice cream. You like that?
Welcome back to Willett Stadium, where New York City FC 2 is looking to close out this match. They have a 2-1 lead over New England Revolution 2 at the halftime break. Let's see exactly how those 3 goals came through the first 45. No shortage of action. It was immediately New York City FC 2 coming out on the front foot, able to use their possession to work the ball up the field. And they come out here in the first couple minutes with a pretty cross just sent all the way through, able to finish there. Nice piece of work by Elias, who wasn't done, and we'll get to that in just a minute. On the other end, New England with some good passing work of their own. That's just a beautiful ball by Maciel. Played over the top, weighted perfectly, and then the finish right on line for Marcos Diaz, his 5th goal of the season. Team leader in both goals and assists to this point. On the other end, there's the foul just inside the 18 that would lead to the penalty kick for New York. It was a well-slotted ball, and Elias puts it away. Is able to send Weinstein the wrong direction. Really cheeky move, good approach in terms of stepping up to that penalty kick. He gives New York City FC the 1-goal lead. That was in the 34th minute, by the way. Look at the first half stats here. It's New England that had the edge in shots, 8-6. The two teams dead even, 3-3 in shots on frame. Passing accuracy goes to New York City FC 2, and then you don't see the possession percentage here, but it's New York City FC that has had more possession of the ball, right around 60-40 throughout that first half. Lots of great MLS Next Pro action going on throughout the weekend. A lot of parity in this league. Every single match, all 3 points count as we take a look back at some of the scores throughout the weekend. Dynamo Dos earning a good 2-0 win with the midweek matchup against St. Louis City 2. St. Louis with that double match week. They actually play later on today. They take on what used to be the San Jose Earthquakes 2, which is now the Town FC in their Sunday matchup. That's going to be a tough one. Second half about to get underway here from Willett Stadium in New Hampshire. Appreciate you being here. Sun starting to creep out here on a beautiful 70-degree day. The home side, New England, looking for an equalizer here to get this half going. Once again, Kylan Mills here on the call. Appreciate you being with us. Head referee Alexandra Billiter out there at midfield. There's the second half whistle. Play resumes here at Willett Stadium. New York City FC 2 with the 1-goal lead over New England Revolution 2. The Revs, though, should be encouraged by that first half performance. They were able to create chances. They had quite a few shots. They were able to start to get more possession as the half wore on, but still, if New York has possession and they're not threatening, maybe they're okay with that. Ooh, cheeky little touch. Good idea there from Klein. Revs maintain possession. Maciel. Nice little 1-2. Great combination, but a save. Well played by Romero after a brilliant combination play inside the 18 for the Revs. Just watch this little give and go. First it's Maciel who threads the needle, then Monis, just really good ball movement. After he plays that pass, he immediately looks to run, cuts behind the defender, finds the ball in that dangerous area right around the 6. Had a bit of a tough angle as Romero was coming out, closing down the angle. The goalkeeper for New York, he did a good job making that save. Header on the corner kick sent out. Second ball rolls over the end line, going to be another corner kick coming here for New England, but just brilliant passing there. Maciel and Monis doing an excellent job. Monis, just the ball movement was really smart, cut in behind his defender. He made the pass and then did like that exact move that you're trained to do, where you just kind of roll over the shoulder behind the defender and receive it right back. This one sent deep into the box, no one able to get there. Souza running it down. New England will go all the way back. Cross sent all the way through. Well played by Leal. Tackle sends this one out of play. Going to be another corner kick, a third in a couple minutes here for New England in the opening moments of the second half. One substitution made at half for the Revolution. Malcolm Fry retires. Diarbian enters the match. Another corner sent in near post, goes through. Revs trying to find an opening. Shot takes a deflection, it looked like. Out of play though, it is going to be a goal kick. New York City escapes the pressure. So Gavor Diarbian enters the match, replacing Malcolm Fry at the halftime break. Diarbian playing in his 10th match of the season. He started half of those. 5'7" midfielder. Cranston, Rhode Island. Leal. Applying. Good patience here by New England. Souza up into the attack, getting involved. Nice little move. Trying to find an opening from this right corner. A little bit of a missed touch there by Maciel. Revs keep it. Trying to find that space in the corner. Klein. So far, this Revs team doing a good job coming out on the front foot here. Good start to the half for them through just about these first 4 minutes of play after the halftime break. They should overall, though, be encouraged by this performance compared to how they played against Philadelphia. Just did not create enough chances. Coach Williams addressed that. Said there have been times this season where they've created chances and not been able to finish them. More concerning was the Union 2 performance where they just didn't create enough chances. 18-3, they were outshot in that match, 7-1 in terms of shots on target. So just 3 total shots, 1 on frame. Although New England did have a majority of possession. Once again, that's a little bit speaks to the direct style of play for Philadelphia. But still, despite direct style of play, whether you have the ball a lot or you don't, you still want to be creating chances, and 3 shots, 1 on frame, just not enough to get it into the box, but it's headed away. Philadelphia also doubled up New England on crosses, but not been the case today. The Revolution able to get up, win corners, send in crosses. So the stat line through 50 has looked much better, really good, very competitive, very back and forth. Just a penalty kick situation separating this scoreline. New England has the edge now in corners after that last spree of opportunities, 5-3. They also have taken more crosses, 14-8. More shots, 9-6, 3-3 as coming off his line there is Romero. 2 teams dead even in terms of big chances, which means really great goal scoring chances, and the expected goals, it's actually New England that has a higher XG, which just means the quality of the opportunities, what the expected goals would be based on the quality of the chance. The amount of chances they're taking takes those types of things into account. The XG for New England, 1.42 right now. New York City FC, 1.13. Just that penalty kick separating what has been a very competitive match so far between New England and New York. Diaz, the lone goal scorer in that Union match for New England. New York City now getting into their attacking third for one of the first times in this half. Collision there on the far side, away from the ball. Oriave went to the ground. Swinging it around the left flank now. Ball gets through. Running on here is Calhera. He shoots and he scores! Brilliant goal! New York City takes a 3-1 lead. this ball just gets by Souza. He's not able to get there, and then Calhera kind of coming across, sweeping across that back line, is able to get to it first. No one shuts him down. He gets into the 18, and then really well-fired shot by Taylor Calhera. His 3rd of the season, has 2 assists as well. Forward out of Baltimore, getting it done, extending this lead to 2 goals. Calhera, one of the goal scorers, his 2nd straight match as well in that game against Chicago. Put away that first goal in the 7th minute. It was a long ball breakaway that he was able to finish. This one, not necessarily a long ball, but still able to break through into the 18 and finish it off. He scored last time his side played New England as well, that mid-April meeting. Calhera was the 66th overall selection, 8th selection in the last round of the 2024 MLS Super Draft. Signed to a 2nd-team contract, 2-time America East Striker of the Year out of UMBC. University of Maryland, Baltimore County, that is, scoring 10-plus goals in back-to-back seasons. Finished his career with 32 goals, 16 assists, and 61 matches played. You see that goal-scoring ability on display in these last couple matches, not just this one, but also finished off an early breakaway against Chicago. New England now some possession. New York dropping off here, not going to step real high and more of a mid-block. Ball over the top. Have to be careful with that one. Romero a little slow off his line. Owusu clears. Tough slide tackle, whistle blows. Card going to be immediately issued to Patrick Leal. Player on the ground for New York in pain. So there's the header initially won, and then that slide tackle from Leal just takes out multiple feet, did not get the ball.
Yellow card issued for the New England Revolution to number 17, Patrick Leal.
Fair yellow card to be issued to Leal.
Okay.
New York City now at the edge and shots on frame after that goal scored. Jonathan Jimenez back up and walking after taking some contact on that hard tackle. Jimenez, key piece of this attack for New York, went down there on that slide tackle challenge that resulted in Leal getting the yellow card. Nice through ball. Jimenez reins it in, working in the corner, gets it out. Calhera lays it off. Trying to get it through. Flag was up though, and that is going to result in a whistle. Andrew Baera was in an offsides position. He was trying to make a run in behind, but ran behind the last defender. This match is brought to you by Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar, Gillette's ultimate shaving experience. This New England team been playing really well, just an unfortunate goal for them because it was against the run of play. They played well in the second half, came out on the front foot. They were on the other end for a majority of those first 5 to 10 minutes, creating chances, earning corner kicks, really threatening on goal, forcing Romero to make some saves, and then you give up one against the run of play. Suddenly you're down 2, and Oriave looking to make it another one for New York. Momentum starting to shift here as we are more than 10 minutes into the second half.
Are you gonna walk?
gotta be frustration for Coach Richie Williams. By the way, in his first season at the helm of this program, he's named the head coach of the second team after spending the last 5 seasons with the Revolution as an assistant coach. Worked with the club's first team. While on that staff, helped the Revolution to 4 postseason berths, the 2021 Supporters Shield title, and an appearance in the 2020 Eastern Conference Final. Joined the Revolution 2 staff with more than 17 years of coaching experience. Was on staff and was the head coach of Loudoun United FC for USL Championship. Also has worked with a number of other MLS clubs, including Real Salt Lake, New York Red Bulls. He's been on staff for the United States men's national team and the University of Virginia, which is where he went to school. First year at the helm of this particular program, and coaching MLS Next Pro certainly is a unique challenge. There is a lot of roster flexibility. As Jimenez couldn't connect. He was looking for Calhera, who was cutting middle. Player down on the ground. It is going to be a foul right around the center circle. Borvik draws the contact. New England ball with a substitute getting ready to check in. Demario McIntosh, just 16 years old, playing in his 9th match of the season. Signed an amateur agreement with the team back in March.
New England Revolution substitution.
His first season with Revolution
Number 30,
2.
Demario
Joined the academy in
McIntosh.
2023. 2 goals, 1 assist during the fall season. And right as I'm talking about some of the challenges of MLS Next Pro, one of the great things about it for coaches is you really get to be involved in the development, a key moment in these players' lives and their careers. And Michelle Montaigne just mentioned and was talking about in the Coaches Corner, getting to be a part of formative years for these players is something a lot of coaches say they really enjoy. Yes, there's a tactical side. Yes, you want to win games, but for most clubs, more the focus for this particular group is on the development side. Ball over the top, lands perfectly. Monis brings it down. Great sliding challenge. Play forwarded. Nice turn by Aruyave. Up the right side, still in play. Calhera. Working, Megs the defender, doesn't go anywhere. Aruyave working on the right side, does go out for a New England throw. Meanwhile, on the other side, New York City's head man, Matt Pilkington, is in his 3rd season at the helm of this group, was named the first ever head coach of NYCFC 2 back in February of 2022. Been with the academy since 2016. Now his group will have to defend. Great move, crossing in, saved, second ball. Loose, but not able to keep it in play. McIntosh did everything he could to get there. Watch this change of pace. That is just elite. Blows by the defender and then instead should have looked to cut it back and play it across rather than take the shot from that angle and fire it on goal because it's so far outside the post. It's a tough angle. It's really difficult to sneak one in near post by a goalkeeper rather. And especially a goalkeeper the caliber of first team goalkeeper Ross Romero, who's in goal for New York. By the way, Luka Borovic exited the match as McIntosh checked in. Borovic, 6-foot midfielder, Serbian national, just 18 years old. Made his first professional start against New York the last time these teams met on April 14th. Played 61 minutes, was signed to this organization back in March. Bringing some of the international flavor here to New England. Calhero with a lofty shot, but it almost looked like it could have dropped. Taylor Calhero showing why he is a striker. Picks the head up and immediately says, I want to take it myself from a lofty range, well outside the 18. 32 goals in his collegiate career, looking to build on that with his third here in MLS Next Pro play. Nice combination play there on the far side. Revs get it back central, shot blocked. Ball out to the right side. McIntosh lays it off. Monis, nice piece of skill. Gets the cross off, headed away. Ball still up for grabs, both teams fighting for it. Foul in the middle of the field. It is going to be a free kick coming out. New York City FC gets the ball back. Possession battle really starting to even out as it was 60-40 throughout the first half. Now it's right about 55-45. New York City FC still has had more of the ball, but New York really has not kept it as well as they did in the first half, or at least as much as they did in the first half. New England's been able to get some more opportunities. New York, though, on the attack. Coming back. Shot goes wide. Not a lot on it either.
Here, buddy. Give that to your friends.
Interesting, though, that New York has really dominated possession. They're actually in the bottom half of the league in terms of passes attempted and connected, right around 82% pass completion rate. But they also are last in the league in long balls and the lowest long ball percentage. And again, last out of 29 teams is saying something, and that really speaks to how much this New York City team wants to play out, wants to play it on the ground, which is why it's honestly surprising that their actual passing total is not higher. They also have the fewest fouls in the league. Something kind of interesting. I think it comes more from them just playing a finesse style of the game, keeping the ball. New England, though, keeping it and getting it out to the right, but the flag is up. Offside's called on McIntosh. Meanwhile, New England, in terms of the passing totals, passing numbers, more towards the top of the league and about the top third of the league in terms of their pass attempts and passes completed. Pass percentage right in the middle of the pack. Both teams actually right around 82%. One thing to note, though, is New York City gets the ball up the field. They've assisted on a lot of their goals scored to this point coming into this match. 14 assists on 16 goals is really a high ratio. And that speaks to that combination play. You see it in the defensive third, you see it in the final third. Nice combo here. Jimenez sends it across, well placed off the post. New England avoids conceding a fourth thanks to the crossbar. Now can they counter? Diaz plays it across. Monis 1v1 gets caught up. Shot saved. Nice stop by Romero. So here's the opportunity. This is just a beautifully played cross in by Jimenez. Unfortunately, TL couldn't keep it low. Now on the other end, Monis maybe should have tried to play more direct towards goal. He cuts it across his body back onto his left foot, but then a second defender is able to come over and prevent him from doing any type of damage, and then he's stuck between 2-3 defenders right in the middle. Would maybe like to see him play the ball more positively towards goal, and even if you get caught up and you don't have a good angle for a shot, maybe you go in line and cut it back. I don't know, he was pretty central though at that moment. Corner kick sent deep into the area. Header back across, caught by Romero. Nicely played by the New York keeper. Not a bad idea on that header. So that header was really deep at the back of the 6, and that's one where that's a tough angle to score from. So you maybe just want to head it back across the goal, just put it back in the mix. I think that was maybe what he was trying to do, but it was well read by Romero. Hard foul at midfield, whistle blows. Yellow card is issued. Victor Souza receives the yellow for New England. Calhera down on the ground after a tough challenge at midfield. 99 in white turns with the ball, takes an elbow to the face as Souza is trying to take the ball away, lifts up that elbow, makes contact. Calhera goes to the ground. Earns the yellow for that excessive contact, arm all the way up. It looked like it hit him in the face.
Substitution, New York City, number 61.
Substitution being made for New York City. Alex Hauschild entering the match. Connecticut native, 6-foot defender getting into this game, replacing Matthew Leong. Hauschild, 18 years old, academy member, committed to playing at Duke. Played in 13 matches last year at just 17 years old at the MLS Next Pro level. Made his debut for the club in an MLS Next Pro match against Huntsville City FC back in June. So another youngster who's getting some critical experience, which is the awesome part about this league. Academy players now have that true pathway to pro where you come up through the academy system, you do everything right, you're a player that the club sees a lot of potential in, you can play at this level and really start to see, can you elevate your game to playing pro? Can you start to train with the first team? Can you work your way up? This being the middle step, that's often the critical developmental step for some of these players to getting those first team contracts. 70th minute here, New York City FC with a 3-1 lead at Willett Stadium. Some conversations happening and some subs getting ready to check in. Mushtaba Al-Hasnawi checking in for New England after earning his first start
New England Revolution substitution.
in the team's last match against Philadelphia.
Al-Haswani and number 9, Liam Butts.
Liam Butts also checks in, replacing Maciel for New England. Calhera trying to get through there into the 18. Ball goes wide. Tio. Hauschild getting his first couple touches. New York comfortable with swinging it around now. They just have to try to kill the next 20 minutes and change or so. Ball on the right flank. Arayave cuts it back. Lays it off, Calhera. Goes right back to him. Ball gets through. Jimenez finds Tiao, shot high. Some good combination play, well played up that right flank by New York as another substitution gets ready to come on. Stevo Bednarski entering the match. He started the team's last match, which was also his first start of the season. One of the more experienced players for this New York City group. 25 years old. Brings that leadership to the midfield. Something Coach Pilkington said, last week's midfield group, very experienced. Jake Rosansky, another one of the central midfielders, 27 years old. Rosansky also playing his former club in this matchup, should be mentioned. Played with New England Revolution 2 when they were with USL League 1 prior to MLS Next Pro competition back in April of 2021. Always adds a little bit of extra motivation to play your former side. but 27 years old in the midfield. Bednarski earned the start last match as well against Chicago, talking next regular season MLS Next Pro match, because they did play in the Open Cup against New Mexico United. That was a 3-0 loss, by the way, back on the 21st. Nice through ball. Offsides is going to be called. Saw a couple of players looking for it, asking for the whistle. Flag does go up. Got to hold that run just a little bit, wait. If you get ahead of the play, you go too soon, you end up in an offsides position. Or you've got to play the ball sooner, one or the other. Bednarski, big piece in the midfield, entering this match fairly late, right around the 70th minute. Super experienced returner for this team. Played in 23 matches last year, 1 assist. Playing central midfield, defensive midfield 6 type of role. All Patriot League 3rd team selection. United Healthcare is proud to help the New England Revolution defend the fort. Revolution 2 looking for 2 here in the second half. Just about 20 minutes to go. We'll see how much stoppage time is added on, but would like to get one here soon to make this a 1-goal game. Then suddenly the momentum shifts. When it is a 1-goal game, anything can happen. An equalizer can come in the final moments, but first you got to close that deficit down as quickly as possible. Here comes New England looking to do exactly that. Jarbian, cross played in. Is it the equalizer? Called offside, so no go for New England, knocking on the door of their second goal, which would not be an equalizer. They'd still be trailing. We were just talking about the equalizer, but a moot point because it was an offsides call. So a couple of offsides here during this last stretch. They've got to be smarter about timing those runs and then playing the ball at the right time, because they're getting some good-looking opportunities. This New England team has created chances. They've gotten into the attacking third, as there's some hard play at midfield. This one headed high by Souza. Working it up the left flank. Jarbian. Ball gets through to Diaz. Shot fired, save, diving save by Romero. Monis with a good look on goal, and Romero comes up big. New England looking to reload, still have the ball in their attacking third. Can they create another chance? They go through, trying to connect. Diaz sends in a cross, far post, well placed, header blocked. Here's the first pass, played to Diaz, and then goes one more to Monis, gets the defense to shift. Monis picks up his head, sees that opening, and honestly struck that ball really well, hit it with the laces, had some pace on it. But it was well read by Romero. Good layout save from the New York City keeper. The expected goals for these two teams, fairly even, but it's New England with the edge, 1.53 to 1.39, despite the fact that New York has a 3-1 lead. Revolution now into the area, cutting back, shot, goes wide. So something maybe to take away as a positive, but also frustrating for this New England group. The fact that their XG is higher. They have 14-11, the edge in terms of shots, 7-4 in shots on frame, but have not been able to finish. So that's something that Coach Williams has said has been a problem at times. Not in that Philadelphia match, but at times this season really got to work on the final ball or the finish. One of those two things just not quite on. Corner kick coming here, a chance to pull one back. Corner set in, near post, headed high. Second ball, bouncing. just touched towards the sidelines, will slowly roll out. New England with the throw and with some momentum here. They've had some good chances and really in the second half have played well overall. Feels like they've had the better run of play. Ball goes out, despite the goals being scored. The goal being scored, rather, but trailing by 2. Near side throw in here coming for New York City. Well, Coach Williams said he wanted his team to focus on, can we get forward, can we get more aggressive in our attack? And they've done that. They've been aggressive. They've created opportunities, 16 shots, 7 on frame. They've earned a number of corner kicks as the whistle blows, 7-3, their edge in corners. As the free kick is put back in play, ball on the ground now. Revolution have it on the far side. Hard challenge. No whistle, play continues. A clean challenge, according to head referee, Alexandra Billiter. Nice passes connected here for New York. Clear jersey tug, tactical foul. Should result in a yellow, and it does. Al Hisnawi getting forward.
England Revolution yellow card issued to number 31, Eric Klein.
Eric Klein receives the yellow card there on that last play. New York City going to maintain possession here. Revolution with the opportunity, crossing in, dangerous ball, and there is the second. New England pulls one back here in the 80th minute. Good build-up play there on the left side. This New York City defense just not marking up tight enough, not tight enough at all. They allow New England to get not just one, but a couple players running through the box. In the end, it's Liam Butts who gets the last touch. One touch finish, well placed, goes upper cage. But for New York City, they've got to be tighter when marking in those situations because New England clearly was driving it up that left side, looking to cross the ball in. And then as their runners were heading towards goal, they were not being tightly tracked. Butts, though, with his first goal of the season, Lawrenceville, Georgia native, 6'5" checking into the game and putting his mark on this one, making his debut and scoring. What a start for Liam Butts, Penn State grad. Scored 25 goals, 8 assists in 72 matches played. What a start for him in MLS Next Pro action, scoring his first goal in his first appearance. Meanwhile, brief pause in play here as on the other end, Trainer is on the field. Taking a look at Maxwell Weinstein, possibly looks like he's getting taped up. Players using this opportunity to take a quick sip. New England, though, roaring back. This one not over by any stretch of the imagination. Once again, the Revolution have been playing really well in the second half. Much better than they did in their last match, much better than the last time they played, so Coach Williams should be happy with the effort of his side. He said that he really wanted his team to focus on the attack, wanted them to focus on themselves coming to this game and exactly what they want to execute, but getting more numbers forward, playing more positively, bringing in a more aggressive goal-scoring mentality. is what he wanted to see from his team. He wants them to put other teams under pressure. He wants them to get runners in, be on the front foot. Don't be afraid to take shots. Be aggressive in the final third. And that's taken place here for New England. They haven't been able to close out or finish all the chances they've created, but they've been creating. They have looked aggressive, especially coming out in the second half. 2-3 now the score. New England trailing by 1, and this is where one goal can totally shift the feel of the game. Now New York City, instead of comfortable, they've got to try to get the ball up the field, either possess, run this one out, or try to score another and get an insurance goal here before the final couple minutes. You've got to expect the final minutes. Home team, New England, down a goal or down 2, they're going to be putting everything forward. They're going to be putting you under pressure. You have to be ready to weather that storm. So either try to get a quick one now or be ready to really lock in defensively. New England now with all the momentum, really having played well in the second half. They've been knocking on the door of a couple goals. They get one in. Now it feels more like equalizer coming. Unless Calhera has something to say about it. Working between defenders. Shot deflected out of play. It is going to be a corner kick for New York City. Really in this second half, it's been on the other end of the pitch more than it's been on this end. In fact, New York now has more final third entry passes, which just means the amount of times they get the ball into their attacking third. New York City, though, with a set piece, capitalizing here would be huge for them to closing out this game. Near post, punched, takes a deflection, finally collected after a little bit of chaos. Dangerous moments there. Weinstein looked like he was trying to punch it away, maybe just play it safe instead of catch it there on the near post. It looked like it was a height and in terms of the weight of the ball where he could have caught it, but playing it safe, not necessarily a bad idea. Foul called though. Here as McIntosh goes to the ground, also on the ground. Piero Elias playing an excellent game so far, really working hard in the midfield. Weinstein though trying to punch that last one, hits off, I think it was an attacker's back, but it hit off someone and then just bounced right back in play. Leal headed away, second ball. Sent wide. Cross too strong over everyone. Rolling just out of play, going to actually be a throw-in all the way to the other side. Five minutes and change remaining, depending on how much stoppage time is added on for New England to find an equalizer. The ball up in this attacking third quite a bit here in the second half. Much more attacking minded as Coach Williams was looking for. Now they switch fields. Klein connects with Al Hasnaoui. Thought about the big ball. We'll keep it short. Souza. Trying to go down the right flank. Ball out of play. Here's some guys yelling hurry down there on the sidelines. They know time is running out. It is not on their side for New England. Cross bounces in. Clearance goes over the end line. Corner kick coming. Big opportunity here for the Revs. They've won more corners throughout this match. Could they capitalize here with a late equalizer? Crossing in, back of the six, great ball, the header and the equalizer. What a moment for New England. Finishing off the corner is Eric Klein, and they bring this match level at 3 apiece. Just a perfectly placed corner kick by Leal, and then leaping up and putting that one away is Eric Klein. His defender was there, but he just read the ball well, is able to jump up and connect. Good form and getting it on goal with enough pace to finish that one off. A lot of credit, though, has to go to Patrick Leal for the delivery on that corner kick. It was a well-weighted ball. It was driven just enough to where the attacking player doesn't have to do too much when heading it. The location right towards that back of the 6 was on point. And how about this match? 3-3. What a goal-scoring affair we have seen so far. Now could one of these teams find a late game winner? New York City FC has maintained the lead throughout this match. Now the match level. Can New England truly turn the tide? Ball goes out of play there on the far side.
She is in the soccer player. That's okay. Everyone can be a soccer player. I am a soccer player this year. Oh, you are? That's wonderful. I'm going to do it, but I didn't do it yet. Because there's lots of time left in 2024. They could literally be the same team.
New York City suddenly ramping up the pressure here. Nice switch. Monis cuts middle. Monis fires, takes a deflection, bounces over the end line. Another corner kick coming for New England. 8 corners in this match. They scored an equalizer just moments ago off the set piece, and once again, Patrick Leal going to try to deliver a beautifully played ball. His second season with Revolution 2. Joined the academy back in 2016. Played abroad as well. Leal's service, middle of the 6, bounces through. Fight for possession, shot deflected. Leal lofts one, back of the 6. Souza. A lot of pressure, but a little bit too much on Diarbian's ball as he was trying to dribble a defender out of play for a goal kick. Last couple minutes winding down. Both teams looking for a game winner here, waiting to find out exactly how much stoppage time will be added, approaching the final couple minutes of action. New York City FC 2 was so close to their 4th win of the season. Last year just missed the MLS Next Pro playoffs, finishing at 8th in the Eastern Conference, trying to climb up the table this season. Meanwhile, New England with an impressive 2023 campaign, trying to turn things around here in 2024. They certainly should feel much better about this performance compared to the way they played the last time these teams met, and even in their last match against Philadelphia, because they have been very attacking minded. They've been taking chances. They've had good combination play in the attacking third. We've seen some players be willing to take the risk and be aggressive and taking on defenders 1v1. Foul called here at midfield. New York gets the kick. 5 minutes of stoppage time to be added on, according to the 4th official. So under 5 minutes here for one of these teams to find a game winner. Hard tackle. Rev's turn, space. Big ball played up, looking for Monis. Read well. Crowd getting into it here at Willett Stadium. Beautiful day, sun shining now, at least partially shining at this point. Crowd starting to chant for New England as they've been able to scrap and claw back in this game. 3v4. But New England getting numbers. Leal cuts back. Service in, headed away. New York trying to work it out of pressure. Trying to turn the tides of momentum that have shifted for New England. NYCFC in possession here. Surprised to see New England not stepping their line up a little bit higher, knowing time is running out. Big ball played forward. Sent the other way. Leal plays the diagonal ball. Almost too strong, but great hustle by McIntosh. McIntosh able to connect, and now it's all the way back to Leal. New England swinging it around. Go right again. Trying to find that runner, Monis, between two defenders. Ball poked out of play here on the near side. Pressure mounting here in the closing moments. One of these teams looking for a game winner before this one goes to penalty kicks to determine who takes home the extra point. New York City switching fields. Jimenez cuts right. Lays it off. New York City resorting to some of that ball movement that worked for them earlier on in this match. Nice touch there from Owusu. Ball forward. Some space. Out one more to Tio. Sends in the cross. Ball up for grabs. Not enough white jerseys crashing in the box. New York City FC had a golden opportunity as Tio was running on for the cross there on that far side. Kick coming here. Closing moments. New England pushing for a game winner, a moment of magic on their home field. They've had the momentum in the second half. They came up with 2 straight goals to equalize. Ball just sent out of play. A little bit of a miscue on this pass, a tough one to handle. New England applying some pressure. McIntosh takes it off the face, but gets the ball wet back. Corner kick coming. Big chance here for New England. Well worked by Monis. Had a couple of defenders over on him in the corner. Comes up with something. Leal, can he deliver? A game-winning assist. Leal sends it in. New York able to clear. There is the final whistle, meaning regulation play in the books, but this matchup not over as both sides will get the opportunity to take an extra point.
I need that in my size.
It's not like this. Cream on cream. The fit is cold. I'm ice cream. And you like that?
At the end of regulation, since the teams are tied on the scoreboard, the match will extend to a shootout, with each team having 5 attempts. If the teams are tied after 5 attempts, they will go to sudden death. The shootout winner will receive an extra point in the regular season standings.
Welcome back to Willett Stadium. So once again, this is the point system and how it breaks down. Regulation win equals 3 points on the table. Shootout win equals 2 points. Shootout loss equals 1. So as a result of a regulation draw, both teams get 1 point. Now New England and New York City are playing for that second point. So they will go toe-to-toe in a penalty shootout here in New Hampshire in just a moment. Let's take a look back at exactly how this wild match went down. 6 total goals between these two sides. A regional rivalry going head-to-head with this New England Revolution team clawing their way back from a 2-goal deficit. Here was the opener. It was New York City FC getting on the board early. Pretty cross-played in, and they take a 1-0 lead less than 10 minutes into this one. However, New England would have a response in the 23rd minute. Ball over the top, and Diaz puts it away, his 5th goal of the season, to go with 5 assists. Among the top both goal scorers and assist leaders in MLS Next Pro. That foul results in this penalty, which is put away by Piero Elias, scoring his 1st goal of the season, giving New York City back its lead. And New York would extend in the second half. It's Calhera who fires just a beautiful shot. Goes upper cage, but this far from over. New England with the response. Really, really well worked. Butts putting that one away. Diarbian credited with the assist. And then the game-tying goal coming off this corner kick from Lille. Klein there on the back post, puts it away beautifully. Great form, beautifully weighted ball, just really well done. New England fighting their way back. 3-3 the scoreline at the end of regulation. Now penalty kicks to come here from Willett Stadium. So once again, 5 shooters from each side. After that, should there not be a winner, then it will go 1-1 until one team misses and one team makes it and a winner is determined. So 5 shooters each getting ready to step up to the plate here for both New England and NYCFC. Interesting to see 2 goalkeepers on somewhat opposite ends of the spectrum, but just 23 years old Romero bringing in first team experience, international experience, representing El Salvador, will look to deliver. Also played collegiately at Georgetown University. Made his debut for El Salvador all the way back in 2021, so has quite a bit of international experience. And then Maxwell Weinstein, a youngster who's quickly ascended the ranks, signed to an MLS Next Pro contract back in 2023. Made his pro debut back in 2022. Part of an excellent U19 MLS Next Cup run. Championship winning run, in fact, for this group in 2022. One of these goalkeepers looking to make possibly a game-winning save. Looking at the stats, it was New England that had the higher XG, more shots, 21-12, 9-4 in shots on target. Really, they did a good job of creating quality chances and doing exactly what Coach Williams was looking for and being more aggressive and more attacking-minded. They also drew quite a few corners. You just saw those at the end. 10-4. The edge in corners, and 29-9 in crosses sent in for New England. First shot is saved. Kind of a bizarre, maybe looking for a Panenka, was it? The shot from Elias. Just saved by Weinstein with no problems. A shocking start to this penalty shootout. Wow. New England with a chance to take an early lead. Diaz up to the plate. Diaz shoots, scores. Beautifully taken penalty. 1-0 lead for New England to start the shootout. Diaz does an excellent job stepping up, and then he sends Romero the wrong direction, fires that one in with quite a bit of pace, places it well, no questions about it. 1-0 lead here for New England, and Taylor Calhera now steps up to the spot for New York. needing a recovery after Piero Elias, who scored a goal on a penalty in the run of play during the match. Calhera with a little stutter step puts it away. First goal of the shootout for New York. Watch the stutter step trying to send the goalkeeper the wrong direction. McIntosh does a good job not biting. He held his ground and he actually guessed the right direction, but it is a well-placed penalty taken. Lille. Lille shoots and it's saved. Big save to bring this shootout level. Romero comes up with a big stop for New York. Lille does a little stutter step as well. He hit it with the inside of his foot, did not strike it hard enough, but then the real issue was the placement. It was too central. Romero held his ground. Maybe he was thinking with the stutter that Romero would go one direction or the other, and then you try to hit middle. New York scores another. Chris Teo comes up with one. Teo puts it away low left corner. Now for New England. Gavork Diarbian. Diarbian, quick little steps, rolls it in the right corner. 2-2 now in this PK shootout. Diarbian with some quick little steps, once again trying to throw the goalkeeper off. It's really a chess match between the goalkeeper and the shooter. As a shooter, you want to be deceptive in the way you approach the ball. You don't want them to guess the right direction. Meanwhile, for a goalkeeper, you're trying to read the body. Some have different approaches in terms of they'll go ahead and dive and guess. Some hold their ground. This shot goes in, rolled through. Owusu makes it look easy. 3 goals on the board now. Owusu with a short approach, didn't take any steps really behind the ball before rolling it in with his right foot. And that does work because it sends Weinstein the other direction. It gives him the opportunity to roll that one in easily. So once again, it's all about the chess match, the approach. Goalkeeper trying to guess right, read the body well. Alex Monis with a short approach. Monis shoots, gets it in the left corner. Shootout remains level. This one was just really well placed. He didn't put a ton of pace on it, and Romero goes the right direction, but it was just placed really well by Monis into that left corner, side netting. At least the side corner area. Really well done. Axhari taking one here for New York. Bronx, New York native. Axhari shoots and it's saved! Big stop! Maxwell Weinstein comes up huge for New England. Here's a little stutter step, and then that one hit with the inside of the foot, way too central, not far enough, and not enough pace. Opportunity for the extra point put on a platter here for New England. Eric Klein looking for the game-winning penalty shot. Klein shoots and he rolls it in. New England takes the extra point. They fight back from a 2-goal deficit, and now they get 2 points after a shootout victory. Eric Klein, the short approach, a little bit of a stutter, sends Romero the wrong direction, rolls it in the right side with the inside of his foot. Didn't have to put a lot of pace on it because he was able to send Romero the wrong direction. And Klein finishes this one off for New England. What an absolute fight by the home side. Coach Williams should be really happy with his squad coming back from a 3-1 deficit, forcing a PK shootout, and then winning it. Today's man of the match is Eric Klein from New England and is presented by Adidas, because Klein came up with the clutch play that this Revolution side needed to finish off this penalty shootout. The last shooter, number 5, his goalkeeper makes a save. He comes up with a chance to win this extra point, and he delivers. Lots of composure from Eric Klein, the 5'11 defender out of Mannheim, Pennsylvania, with the game winner in the penalty shootout to take the second point for Revolution 2. Big moment here for New England. They come up with 2 points after trailing 3-1. Heading into the 80th minute, they come up with 2 goals in those final minutes and somehow pull this match level, force the penalty shootout, and they take the extra point. Appreciate you joining us for this presentation of MLS Next Pro Match Day 11 for our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew. I'm Kylan Mills. We appreciate you being with us here in Manchester, New Hampshire. The final score in regulation 3-3, so both teams take the point, but it's New England Revolution 2 that wins the penalty shootout over New York City FC 2. 4-3 the shootout win as they take a second point on their home field. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Have a great rest of your weekend.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.